Hey, it's Amber with the White Dog Farm, and I thought I would give you a little tour of our place. Some of you are new viewers, some of you are new followers on our Facebook page. You may have not seen it, and it's kind of at its peak right now, so come along and let's see what's going on here. Okay, so this is the barn. We are getting set up for a donkey encounter later this afternoon, so we have waivers here set out on the table. When you come to one of our donkey encounters, we do ask you to sign a waiver. You know, they are animals. They've never kicked or anything, never hurt anybody, but they're animals. They are, a little bit unpredictable. This is Oliver. He is enjoying his breakfast of hay. He probably won't pay us any attention because he is totally engrossed in hay. These are our little handy dandy seats that you will sit on. They spin around, they're padded. They will hold a lot of weight. Sitting on those, this is Wilbur and Waylon. But when you sit on those, it kind of puts you at eye level of the donkeys, and it just gives you a better experience. And then we're gonna go out into the paddock. This is our dry lot, and this is where our donkeys spend most of their time. We don't let them out to graze 24/7 because they can get fat on air. So we limit their eating. This is our pond. I'll show you that a little bit more later on. But they have a lot of room out here and toys, and of course people come out and play with them too. So, yep, there's Waylon. So let's go out and look at the garden. It is right next to the barn. Got our caution beehives on property sign. Just in case anybody is truly allergic to bees, we want them to be aware that there are bees on the property. We'll go in here to the garden. I did not plant nearly as much this year as I did last year. I do have some basil there, some rosemary, and a gigantic plant that is butternut squash. Had a brain fart there. And there's a little bitty baby butternut squash coming on. All of those flowers will be butternut squashes in time. There's a bigger one over here. There it is. Somewhere. There. So we love butternut squash. We like to roast it. We like to make soup with it. So I grow one plant and it gives us plenty of butternut squash. These are my zinnias. I just threw them in there. I really didn't think they would grow. And I cut them yesterday. I've cut them multiple times, and it's like the more you cut them, the more they grow. So they are pretty. I'll leave those for the bees. This is our cucumbers. I only planted 2 cucumber plants, and I have already harvested enough cucumbers to make 2 batches of dill pickles. And yeah, I have some lettuce back there that is just pretty much over. These are the tomatoes. We have Roma tomatoes, and we have slicing tomatoes. See if we have any here. Yep, little green Roma tomatoes. Can't wait for those to be ready to pick. And these are the slicing tomatoes. Or tomatoes. That's more lettuce that is spent. It needs to probably be pulled up. Looks pretty, but I'm guessing it's pretty bitter by now. More tomatoes. Can't have too many tomatoes, right? And that is really about it. I do have a jalapeno plant back there and a green pepper plant back there. But that is pretty much it for the garden this year. Last year I had a lot of green beans, and I canned enough green beans for 3 years. So we don't have green beans this year. Okay. This is our pond. There is fish in that pond, our fish in that pond. And my granddaughter loves to fish, and she's pretty good. She'll throw her line in and pull out a fish in no time at all. There's bluegill. I think there's some bass too. This is our dog yard. All right, let's go back and see the backside of the property. We put in this little gravel pathway just to give the UTV a little more traction, make it a little bit easier to get back there. This is the pasture area where the donkeys graze. You could totally walk back here, but when I am doing beekeeping, I have a lot of equipment to take with me. So it is so much easier to drive the UTV and just put all of my equipment in the back of the UTV and drive back there, because otherwise I'd be making several trips carrying stuff back and forth, and that would be no fun. Back here, if you turn right, if I would turn right and go back in there, there are some little apple trees. Way back in there, we've got a couple little apple trees. They have a lot of growing to do. And then this is the apiary or bee yard. Apiary is just a fancy way of saying bee yard. I do have a nice chair back here and a bench. This is a very pleasant place to sit. It's kind of in the sun this morning here, but normally it's in the shade, and it is very, very nice to sit back here. It's our little bitty hay field. It just got cut yesterday. They're gonna bale it, I don't know, in a day or two. And these are the beehives. And everybody, you know, I always offer, do you want to go see the beehives? And people are like, no, thank you. I don't need to see your beehives. What people don't realize is that the bees are not sitting there waiting to ambush you. They are actually very, very gentle. Oops, I left my hive tool there. Better grab that. But yeah, you can stand, I have no protective gear on right now, and they are busy. They have work to do, and they aren't paying any attention to me whatsoever. They really are not out to get you. They will only sting you if you mess with them. But if you just stand out there, they don't care. They don't care at all. They'll totally ignore you. Honeybees are typically not mean. Now, there are some states that have what we call Africanized bees. Those are commonly known as the killer bees, and those bees are very aggressive. But your typical honeybee is not, and here in the state of Kentucky, we do not have the killer bees loose, so we're good. You could totally sit out here all day long and just, the bees would never bother you. So that's a little bit of what we do here. We offer donkey encounters where you can come and spend an hour and a half hanging out with our donkeys. You get to have a donkey hug, you get to pet them, you get to feed them treats, you get to brush them, you get to walk them on our property, weather permitting, and just spend some quality time with the donkeys. It is very therapeutic, and I promise you, you will smile the whole time you're here. We also have a farm stand where we have freshly baked homemade sourdough bread. We have vegetables when they're in season. We have some homemade jams, and hopefully soon we'll have honey, local honey. If my bees get busy and start making some honey, we'll have honey out there on the farm stand. So that's a little bit. Oh, we also have, Waylon goes to weddings. So if you're having a wedding and you want a donkey at your wedding, yeah, I know, who knew? It's a thing. It's a thing. So he's done a couple. He's got another one coming up in October. He also does special events. We've taken him to senior living facilities. We've taken him to preschools. Pretty much anywhere we'll take him. We like to keep it fairly close to northern Kentucky. But if you're interested in that, give us an email at thewhitedogfarm@gmail.com, and we'll see what we can work out for you. you go make it a good day. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will subscribe and share our videos with other people, okay? Thanks again. Have a good one.